right, we're back. This is Cherri, and I'm here with Zoog, and he's got some information he wants to share with us about some upcoming events.
We're having a lineup change.
Oh, no.
Well, no, it's actually really good.
Okay.
We had a video competition back in February, and basically the winner joined Angelspit. Guy who won was this crazy video artist from Brooklyn. No, Queens.
Oh, you took an American on.
We took an American on. And we had people from all over the world coming in.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
And this guy, his pseudonym is The Liar. He preferred to go by The Liar. And he's really, 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 really good. He's just out of the box. Like, his visual look is gritty, grimy, crazy, crazy fucking electro storm destruction. And he's extremely knowledgeable and active when it comes to cyber-related legalities. So he's bringing a really nice bent to the band as far as, a lot of modern issues that are happening on the internet.
Like a new spin to Angelspit.
Yeah, totally.
Which Angelspit is so new, really.
Well, it's what's really cool.
It makes it even newer. It just brings it up to date. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
And it's also really cool because we'll with him, he'll come up with a concept for a video.
Okay.
And he'll go, I've got this idea for a video, and I go, that's great. Let's do the music to go with that video, which becomes a song.
So it's almost like the same way you do.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's with
the
this time
photo
it's
shoots,
with
the
visuals.
visuals.
So he'll
that's
go
so
out and
cool.
shoot something, and I'll put music to it. It's really cool.
So it's a completely different direction than what you've been working with.
Yeah.
It makes it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's still like Amelia still oversees the visual look, but The Liar has brought something crazy. The other news
Okay.
is we're putting on a guitarist, and Valerie Gentile, who I mentioned in the last interview,
Right.
she is now a member of Angelspit.
Okay.
So she's our guitarist live, and we actually had her play for the first, when we did the Lords of Acids tour, she actually did the first 4 shows with us.
Okay.
And she just went ballistic live. She's insane, and she's a maniac, and she brings this lovely, wonderful chaoticness to the sound, because like obviously the guitars in Angelspit are very finely calculated and yet chaotic.
Right.
But what Valerie does is just like, it's like a brutal dog ripping the shit out of it. It's fucking awesome. And then there's also Chris Kling, who's our new drummer. And he's now also a member of Angelspit, and he's basically, when we go live, there's 4 of us. So it's
So you're going full force. You're coming back with the live members that used to be electronic, and okay.
Yeah, and what's really wild is that we've got it down to a point now where if the laptop stops or if anything electronic stops, we can keep going. And we're doing like the rehearsals. It's really exciting because it sounds like punk rock with insane synthesizers, and I've never really heard anything like it. Like, it's like when you hear Angels, like just the bare riffs of Angelspit, they're
Right.
really
Yeah.
and Chris is just smashing the fuck out of the kid, and it's punk rock, and the synths are just going so it's exciting, and it's new, and it's dangerous, and it's just mad. It's spastic. I'm so fucking happy. I'm really excited to bust this out, and we're doing 4 gigs around. We're doing New York, Boston, Philly, and Richmond. And that's all around mid-April. And then hopefully we're going to go over to Europe and London and England and Ireland and smash it out there. And then even more, hopefully, we're going to come back to the USA in October, November to promote the new album as a 4-piece.
Awesome.
It's going to be crazy.
Excited about that.
Cool. You'll need to go to a bigger place in the record.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty cool in here. I think it's pretty cool, but we'll see what happens.
It's quaint and cozy. It's nice.
Dude,
Yeah.
cool.
It's packed in there.
What's really cool about the tour is that it was like half Lords of Acid and half Angelspit. So each kind of everyone got to mingle their stuff.
What city you went to, it just kind of depended on the draw you were getting.
Yeah. So like a lot of people got to hear some new music.
That's nice.
So that's the rock. Prepare for the brutality.
Oh,
It's coming soon.
All right, everybody, you heard it from Zoog himself. The brutality is coming soon. If you keep your eyes and your browsers set to maxandcherry.com. You will get the most updated information about Zoog and Destroy and Angelspit themselves, with the two other Valerie and who else?
Valerie and Chris and the liar.
And the liar. Yes, he must the video editor.
The video, motherfucker.
So you have a new video coming up with?
Yeah, well,
he did himself.
we've got not with a lot of the liar stuff is we're using his stuff to be really short punk stuff, and we want to get back to the we want to experiment. We want to take ideas of the past, like the old 80s idea of cyberpunk, and we want to push that into the future. And so we're experimenting with that, and we're lacing stuff, really important pieces of information like anonymous.net, Pirate Bay, all that sort of stuff. Although I think tyranny is not very good because it's having a very negative effect on us.
You're probably on yourself personally.
Yes, but there's other legal matters that's brought up, and we're kind of exploring a lot of that stuff. So that's all that stuff. We've got 2 new videos, one for Ditch the Worst and one for Toxic Girl, which we hope. We made the Toxic Girl specifically. Amelia and myself, I came up with this idea with the director from London named Thomas, and we wanted to make something that was so really dark and really fucked up, and we wanted it to get banned, and we wanted to come up with a concept that was just really fucked up, and because horror is always a big thing with Angelspit. Horror and comedy are really similar because it's tension, 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 release, laugh, or tension, 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 release, scare.
It's like the video or the movie that. I don't remember the director's name. He did it with Cradle of Filth, Cradle of Fear, and it was scary, 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 and then Danny Filth acting like a dumbass. So you were just kind of like, okay, I got that relaxing bit now when they go back to people getting their faces ripped off.
Yeah. Well, that's the really cool thing about horror and comedy is that they're twin brothers or sisters or something, and siblings. Yeah, they're related somehow.
Those conjoined twins.
Yeah, and they're probably like when the cameras aren't rolling, they're probably having sex. Brothers and sisters having sex.
I like a little horror in my sex.
Yeah. I like a bit of sister in my sex. Oh, brother.
I'm your sister.
Let's go. Especially when she's dead. So that's something that we're straight faces, and let's get back on the point really quickly. Football. So that's something that we're all playing around with as well. Is just trying to make music that has got tension, release, horror, dark, black, fucked up comedy, but really, out there kind of shit.
So, aside from the tour with Lords of Acid, this will be my last question. What are you guys coming up in the really, really, really near future, aside from, since we're talking, it's now after March 22nd. You guys got your new lineup and
working on an album. Yeah, we've got we're spending the rest of March, we've got these gigs mid-April, then all of May, probably all of June as well, we're working on the album. And that's going to be a completely new process. We don't even know how we're going to do it with, but it will involve building instruments. We always build instruments when we go out, when we do an album. Then we're hopefully going over to Europe and England. Then we're going to hopefully come back. Well, we'll definitely be coming back. And I really, we're so bent on doing the US tour. We want to find a band that's not in the same genre as us, like something a lot more heavier.
Maybe Saturday Sons.
A little bit outside of your standard way you guys sound. Because
we'll do it.
You played before with KMFDM and Blown Load. I love them. Those guys, funny as hell. You guys came back with Lords of Acid. Maybe something not so electro, maybe something a little more.
Yeah, I would love to do a metal band or a punk rock band or something. I don't know. I'm really out there for throwing Angelspit at a completely different audience. Like, it's always awesome because we're going to get our supporters there.
Oh yeah.
But to really test the strength of a band, you've got to throw the band at something way outside the genre. Like, when I'm in New York, I'll go to these gigs in Brooklyn when they're punk rock gigs or whatever, or a metal gig, and I will see some crappy opening band on a Tuesday night that fucking blew me away. And That's because we're closely involved with the goth industrial scene. It's perhaps a criticism about goth industrial where you can have one rehearsal before a gig and it's okay, and you can do something that is unrehearsed and quite frankly second rate, for want of a bit of a term, and the audience will still accept it. And I just don't think that's good enough, because you'll do that in the real world and they'll laugh at you. And the thing about Chris and Valerie and Amelia and myself is that we're all from a background of bands and rock and roll and grunge, and it's a case of there are no sequences, and there, you know, this is the first band I've ever been in that has a sequencer, and you know, I'm only really in this scene because these are the people who liked Angelspit, so I kind of got into the scene. And I think we're all wanting to get back to our roots, which is rock and roll. And it's still going to be different, dark, and brutal. It's still Angelspit.
It doesn't matter the outlet, as long as that angst and just the willingness to fight is really there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it could be really complicated electro music, or it could be a 2-chord punk song. I mean, you look at stuff like, what was it, Walk by Pantera. It's like a 2-chord riff, and that's just one of the heaviest things. It's an anthem for a metal and outlet of anger, really. I mean, it's really worked out well. But as I said before, now we gotta really go ahead and give Zoog his time back. So this is Max.
This is Cherri.
This is Zoog.
You guys stay tuned. We will see you later.
Thank you so much.
Very much.